Hey everyone, welcome to the channel where we love to talk about movies. Welcome, especially if you're new. Today we're going to review Suzume. I just saw it yesterday in theaters, and so let's just dive on in. I'll keep this spoiler free. I will, we'll maybe go into some minor spoilers as far as like some of the characters that pop up. I guess those pop up as the story plays out, but as far as like getting into the finale, it'll be, yeah, we'll do kind of mild spoilers, I guess. But yeah, overall, if you want kind of my spoiler-free opinion of the film, I think this is a good film. It felt just like a classic animated film to me, like one that you could. It feels like the sort of things you grow up on. So, and in that sense, it means that it's like a really solid film. Maybe not quite like a must-see or my favorite. It just feels classic, which has a slightly different feel for me. So it was a solid B, probably higher end of B, but yeah, that's kind of my recommendation. So I think it's worth checking out if you're looking for something to watch, but I wouldn't label it like a must-see or a great film. I think it's a really good film. But let's dive on in though, and starting with the synopsis, a modern action-adventure road story where a 17-year-old girl named Suzume helps a mysterious young man close doors from the other side that are releasing disasters all over in Japan. So I think the main character is well done. I think she's got some depth. It's kind of an interesting kind of complexity that she has to her where she wants to help and she doesn't really value her own life all that much. Like she's very willing to sacrifice her life for others, and we kind of see her grow maybe a little bit away from that and value what she does have by the end of the film. So I thought that was interesting. I guess yeah. So we'll be talking spoilers. I don't really want to have to keep double checking myself. Is it minor spoilers or major spoilers? But the still spoilers overall. But the yeah, and so I thought Suzume was an interesting lead. I liked yeah, her as kind of the protagonist of this. I thought Suda was also interesting, and I really liked him kind of turning into the chair and just I don't know, that element of it just felt, I think that's the main thing that just makes it feel classic, where it's not like a super straightforward thing. There's something very particular to this film. It's got a three-legged walking, talking chair. And so it's things like that that I think make a movie like this feel like a classic where it's very distinct for things like that. But there again, I think it was maybe a little typical to have him just be, oh, it's in my family to be these gate closers and I'm going to do my thing. But I thought he was a good supporting character and really liked him as the chair. I thought that added a lot of humor. I did also like the aunt, Tamaki, I think her name is. I thought there again, she was just a very realistic character, and I'm sure as she expresses in the film, like it wasn't easy raising a 40-year-old and having that just take over her life, and we see that kind of boil up and bubble up, but I mean she still loves Suzume, she certainly does, and sees her as her daughter. So it's a complex and kind of real relationship there. I did really like the cat. I thought the cat was pretty cute. Daijin, if that's how you say that. But yeah, he's just kind of a troublemaker. I wasn't quite sure what to make of him throughout the film. He's just going around hoping. I think he was on Suzume's side. It didn't really seem like it because he was always leading them to the disasters, where it seemed like maybe he was causing them. But I don't think that was necessarily the case. I think he was just happy to not have to be the seal, or I forget the term they used, but to be able to let Suda take over that role and then kind of be free to do what he wants. Although I was surprised that Daijin basically volunteered to become that seal again at the end of the film. I thought that was that was surprising. But overall though, I think it is just kind of a fun adventure film, but it has a lot of serious beats to it, and yeah, I don't know. It felt a little bit like a video game where you kind of had different levels, like you close the first door, oh, and then another one's opening, and that's kind of but like I really like that. I like video games, so it did feel that way a little bit, but I think it absolutely worked. And then I thought the range of side characters were also just a lot of fun. Whether we had, I forget the names, but the girl on the bike with the oranges, and then things like that. The next one was like the mother with the two kids, and I thought the kids were pretty cute, and just kind of the variety there. And then you had the Suda's classmate from college, and so I thought they were all kind of distinct and pretty memorable, and kind of helped flesh out the film. So overall, yeah, this is a solid B. It's one that I recommend if you're looking for something to see. I think the animation was beautiful in this film. I really liked that a lot. I think for me, I don't know. I think it is classic, but it's not quite in the great category for me personally. I think maybe objectively it might get it up to an A, but I walked away liking it, not absolutely loving it, and that's kind of what it takes for me to get into that A category. I think there's going to be a lot of people, though, who really love this film. So, yeah, definitely go out and see it if you haven't yet and you're looking for something to watch, or if it's available on streaming later down the road and you want to watch it at home. But if you haven't had a chance to see it, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, be sure to like that. Yeah, hit the like button and subscribe. And with that, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.